set to go now on a beautiful sunny afternoon. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. Taking it about the 1. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they will set up shop with outstanding field position in the red zone at the 17-yard line. Play 1, and Prescott to the air. 7 yards on the play, and that will bring up second down. Here's the first carry from Matt Breida. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up first and goal. Prescott from the gun. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. DK Metcalf, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Steelers march right down the field in 3 plays to claim the early advantage. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it's DK Metcalf who finishes things off with a touchdown reception. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. Bringing this crew out, it's someone known for his big arm since he entered the league back in 2016, Jacoby Brissett.
Spent the early years of his career bouncing between starter and backup as needed. Played well, but never had a team fully commit to him as their guy. He does retain the toolbox that made him projectable as a starter. Big, strong player with a powerful arm. Deceptive.
And looking for Kirk, but this pass is intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football. Boy, Charles, a lot of action right out of the gate. The two teams barely off the buses. They've already had the touchdown and now the interception.
Yeah, whatever happened to the feeling out process? You know, kind of throw a few jabs out there, kind of circle the ring a little bit. Both of them throwing haymakers right out of the gate.
And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Mean Joe Green. Able to drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot. Another try after the first down sack. Prescott got him in. It's Freddie Biletnikoff. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. And able to find Gesicki as tight end. And the Steelers are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Throwing, Prescott. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Michael Irvin from 3 yards out. And the Steelers lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that'll make the score 14-0. So that drive, 4 plays. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. Taken at the goal line. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their second drive of the game. Well, Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their second drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it. And when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now. On 3rd down, Brissett. And that
is incomplete.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get on track in this one.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. That's pulled in at the 32. A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I see what they were trying to do there, trying to find some dead space in the middle of the field and take their shot right there. A really good idea, but it winds up incomplete.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. Brissett to throw on 1st. And incomplete.
And he's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. This is Hines. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL. The Rams with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Here's Brissett. Eluding the pressure right. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th. 4th down, Ryan Stonehouse on to punt. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched it?
And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Tevin Coleman. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Butker now to add the extra point. And it is now 21-0. Those are the runs the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Brissett's throw caught by his receiver, Hill. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down, L.A. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Brissett. And he's got Shockey. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. And looking for Kirk, but this pass is intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown. The mistake there by the offense, Charles, they tried to pick on a Pro Bowl corner in coverage there, and not the smartest decision. He reminded him that he was a Pro Bowl corner with not only the pick, but the pick six.
And those guys who have that designation, sometimes they get a little bit bored in games because people try to avoid them. They absolutely love it when they get challenged, and it's a chance to remind everyone exactly why they were tagged as one of the best in the league the prior season.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And not a good return here at all, as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. And that pick six just a moment ago, things went from bad to worse. Look up at the scoreboard now. Not looking good here. We'll see if they can put something together on this drive. 1st and 10. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And this will be recovered at least by the offense, but he'll be taken down in the end zone, and that is going to be a safety.
Right now, they're just trying to get to halftime because they need a break. This game, it's been a shellacking in every way, and they just got driven backwards for a safety.
A solid stiff arm. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here. And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one. First down, Prescott. And fights him off. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. And he hits his running back, Tevin Coleman. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. A run between the tackles with Breida. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Fourth down, Prescott. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Rams get the football in outstanding field position. And the first play of the drive there is incomplete. That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Brissett. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. Walked incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. It certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on 3rd down. Now Brissett. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Christian Kirk as time expires in the first half. And the Rams are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Point after, up and good. And that will take us to the end of the first half of play. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Taking in at the 3. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. A 2nd and 10 forthcoming here. Third quarter action in the Steel City of Pittsburgh, PA. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And those two just have been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
That good for 19 and a first down. Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. He did on that play.
He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 56 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they need some options on 2nd and short.
You certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
And the Steelers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
As I take a look at the clock, I realize that this drive is eating up a good portion of the 4th quarter already. Got to tell you, partner, when you're trying to salt away a game, this is exactly what it's supposed to look like.
And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Steelers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Out come the Rams. They'll have it first here to begin the 3rd quarter. A 1st down throw for Brissett. Being chipped. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. 2nd time he's lost a fumble. This one hurts more. It's returned for 6.
He's been under a lot of duress, hasn't he? Pressured, hurried, harassed the whole game.
Well, the offensive line not giving him a lot of help.
Not a lot of help, but the bottom line, he's got to take care of the football.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down. Now it's Hines. Limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21. We're just looking at the scoreboard and where we're at in the third quarter. I don't know that it's going to matter much at this point, CD, but these small runs on the ground, they're not going to get it done.
No, they're not. And right now, the guys stopping the run have been superior in this ball game, giving them.
And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Darius Slay with a pick. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown. And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick six.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they can play, I expect them to do exactly that.
Butker on for the PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired. Back now in Pittsburgh, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Forced out to his left. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. And you talk about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time.
Extra point by Butker is on target. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Brissett on first down. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Draymond Jones picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns and a late sack. Just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
Here's Hines. Dances by him. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. The Rams on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. To throw is Brissett. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now, standing just outside his own goal line. Call that a 48-yard punt and made even better by a loss on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. CD, I mean, they have just been scoring at will. It's been score after score after score, and a lot of times we use the term blowout for a lopsided ball game. And this has kind of gone past that. I think we're in historic territory right now.
You nailed it. Historic territory. Perfect phrase for what we are watching. If this were a movie, what kind of rating would we put on it? Who would you allow to watch what we're watching right now? Let's hope this one gets over fast, because this game, well decided a long time ago. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Well, Prescott here to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns. And it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one. Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
That good for 22 and a 1st down.
I don't care what anyone says. To me, it takes a little bit of intestinal fortitude to call a running play in this down and distance. I mean, you're talking 3rd and 10, and sometimes the angles line up really well on a running play.
Caught him totally off guard, obviously.
I think you catch him in some pass drops, and now you're able to fire out and get some space and create it for your runner, and let your blockers get a good approach attack on the defender.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. David Onyemata able to use that strength to get him for a loss of 2.
Exactly what they were looking for. They've been giving up yardage. They've been letting them drive right downfield, but they got a sack right there. How about that for a little bit of revenge?
Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Butker now to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So this drive spans 7 plays.
And it's DK Metcalf who finishes things off with a touchdown reception.
Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away.
And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jamal Adams.
And the Steelers come up with a late turnover, but it will probably matter to the statisticians as this ball game is...
It's another one.